Start. My three illustrious predecessors have been men of intellectual eminence and erudition. I have no such claims to make. I am only a common man having spent the major part of my life as an active participant in the working class movement and in the service of the underprivileged sections of our society by instinct and training. Therefore, I am first and foremost a servant of the people. When we look around us, we see the glaring inequalities between men and men, while the Constitution and the law ensure an ordered society. It is only our hard work and disciplined conduct that will enable us to achieve the social objectives and economic goals that we have set before us. Bapu rightly stressed democracy is the art and science of mobilizing the entire physical, economic, and spiritual resources of all the various sections of the people in the service of the common good of all. The purpose of government is to achieve this. Our people possesses intelligence in abundance, have immense capacity for hard work, and they fail for the country. All this should be mobilized to the best advantage of the nation. In it, no one thinks of rights. They come when they are needed for better performance of duty. It is but proper that we remind ourselves in this sanitary year of these teachings of the Father of the nation. We have numerous objectives yet to be achieved. In a vast country like ours, problems will be unending and performance inadequate. Indeed, it is a continuing process. There are millions of people impatiently waiting to be raised to a fuller way of life. Rightly has India been described as the world's largest democracy. In a system of a parliamentary democracy which we have deliberately fashioned for ourselves, it is essential that we achieve our desired results by the collective effort of the people. We must remind ourselves constantly of the ever present danger that democracy, when it becomes merely formal, would collapse. Democracy can save itself only by a process of consultant and continuous renewal. It must not only keep its institutions free from corrupting influence, but also must look beyond its forms and replenish its content in accordance with the current social conditions. A deep concern for national welfare alone can make our democracy meaningful and lasting. We seek and sustain friendship with the peoples and the governments of all countries of the world. We have no ill will toward anyone. On the eve of the 71st Republic Day, I greet all our countrymen and offer my best wishes for the future. This marks yet another milestone in our onward march of political, economic, social, and cultural progress. Republic Day is indeed an occasion for great rejoicing, but it is also a time for calm introspection and retrospection, and also for renewing our pledge to serve our motherland with greater resolve and determination. Let us this day pay our homage to the memory of the millions of our known and unknown soldiers, men and women, who, without expecting any reward or appreciation, gave their all, many of them even their lives at the altar of freedom under the inspiring and noble leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, whose birth centenary we are celebrating now. These martyrs have done their duty by the country, and now it is up to us to make this political freedom meaningful, real, and tangible by providing the necessary economic wherewithal to the millions of our countrymen. On the eve of India becoming free, Gandhiji stressed that political freedom without economic independence had no meaning, and this responsibility of winning a certain measure of economic justice to our people rests squarely on our shoulders. We have to keep this in mind constantly. We are on the threshold of the 70s. During the first decade, India faced and overcame many trials and tribulations, including two wanton aggressions and two terrible droughts. In managing these and other extraordinary situations, our people have shown a remarkable resilience which augurs well for the future of our democracy. I firmly believe that, like the hearts of our people, our constitutional structure and the pillars that support it are also perfectly sound, and I appeal to all to stand united as one nation, facing manfully any problem that may confront us in the future. It is to our eternal shame, however, that in the Gandhi centenary year, communal violence should break out in the very region which was most hallowed by association with Bapu. This shows the virulence of the poison that is still working within our body politic. On this solemn occasion, therefore, in the name of the Mahatma who embodied the best in our culture, I appeal to all our countrymen to wipe out this blot on our country's name. No community should be suspected of disloyalty, nor could any community claim any exclusive patriotism. Too long have we ignored the positive aspects of healthy nationalism. This is the force that can transcend the divisive forces of casteism, communalism, and parochialism and transform them into creative energies. The vision of glorious India and the spirit of nationalism will also operate as a positive force in sustaining economic progress. Scanning the economic horizon, we find the country poised for a big change. There is already a breakthrough in agricultural production and a new hope is surging through our countryside. But to sustain and consolidate the gains, we have to organize a concerted nationwide drive for extended irrigation, land development, soil testing, scientific crop rotation, and the like, for which we have the necessary resources, not the least of which is our vast manpower waiting to be mobilized on a national scale. We must encourage the use of labor intensive techniques of agricultural and industrial production wherever it is economically feasible. Our emphasis should be on combining a bold policy of full employment with rapid economic growth. The glaring disparity between the rich and the poor in town and country alike calls for immediate attention and intelligent action. Stop.